Well, good morning everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty cold here, and welcome to the channel. Today I went and picked up a new car. That's not really a new car, a different car, to replace my Tacoma while I'm in Ohio. Originally, we were supposed to get a Mitsubishi Mirage, I believe it was. A small economy type car, supposed to get really good gas mileage. But when I got to Enterprise, they didn't have that car, so they offered me an upgrade, which obviously I took because I needed a car. So, what we have here is a 2017 Nissan Maxima. Now, I've never driven a Maxima until now, so it's going to be my first experience with this car. The car has about 45,000 miles on it, and other than some really bad curb rash, check out these wheels. This is what rental people do to cars. Look at this. And this isn't the worst one. You know, the body otherwise is in pretty good condition, but the wheels, this is the rear passenger. It's not quite as bad as the front passenger, but let's take a look at the other side. And again, this is a Maxima SV, a Nissan, apparently from Pennsylvania. Dual exhaust back here. I do like that. Checking out this next wheel. This is the rear driver's side. Look at the curb rash on this thing. And then check out the front driver's wheel. My God, look at that. Look at how they treat this car. Ah, it's terrible. Anyway, that is one thing that you need to make sure that you note if you ever get a rental car, is that, and I would imagine on every one, the wheels are curbed. There's a ton of curb rash on here. Otherwise, like I said, the body is pretty good. I didn't really see any issues other than one scratch or nick on the hood. You guys can see right there. And then looks like somebody opened their door into the side here a little bit of a door ding there, but otherwise not too bad. As far as the appearance of this car, you know, it's funny. They kind of looks like a cigar to me. You know, the way it's designed. I don't know why, but when I see these cars, I just kind of think they look like a cigar. Of course, it has no tinted windows. I do miss that already. Just driving it back from the rental place today, the sun, of course, is beating in the side of the windows over there on the driver's side especially. So I do miss my Tacoma's tinted windows for sure. As far as power, there is a ton of power in this car. This thing will go. I do like that. It's comfy inside relatively. We're going to take a look here in the inside in a second. All leather. Of course, it's automatic. Going back around the car, it does have the black mirrors. That's kind of sporty. I kind of like that. The black side mirrors to go with the gray car itself. This car actually could be sporty looking, I think, if it didn't have these chrome door handles. I mean, if those were black, along with those black mirrors and the blacked out trim around the windows, except for this part, of course, wouldn't be a bad looking car, really. So let's pop the door over here and take a look inside. Of course, it is a four-door. I'd consider this to be mid-size. Apparently there is no touch. Let's see. Ah, there is. You actually have to push a button here on the doorknob or door handle to unlock the car, but you can do that without the key fob in your hand, so that's good. The car is loaded. It does have some nice, I'd call that kind of pewter trim work in the doors, and then throughout the inside on the dash and the surrounds around the vents and all that. So not too bad. Leather heated seats. Does have a couple of adjustments here on the side. Electric seats, of course. Another thing that I do not have in my Tacoma. Does have Sirius radio. I'm not sure if it's active for rental or not. We'll have to check that out. Let's go ahead and step inside. The seats are pretty comfy. Decent amount of padding in here. Does have some accented stitching in the dash. I kind of like that. Nice big screen radio, pretty cool. And then all of the readouts and stuff that you get in the dash. Let's go ahead and turn it on. I'm curious to see what the mileage is as far as fuel economy for whoever had it before me, of course. Let's see. Hopefully the radio stays off. Let's see. I believe I can get to fuel economy in here somewhere. I'm going through the screen. There we go. The average fuel economy, hopefully if you guys can see in here on this car, is 27.4 miles per gallon. And that was based on 948 miles of driving, it appears, with an average speed of 39 miles per hour. So that's really not too bad as far as mileage goes. I mean, they weren't driving the car, you know, on the freeway the whole time, it doesn't look like, because the average miles per hour is pretty low. So that's pretty cool. Otherwise, we have a tachometer in there, the usual stuff, gas gauge. It does have, which I do like, the let's go back here. Let's see. It does have the digital readout here for your speed, which is a must for me these days. And I know that obviously it is a rental car, but I still love to have that. Down here in the center console, we do have a normal and a sport mode. I have it in normal right now. Heated seats both sides. Cup holders are located in a good spot, I think. Does have some storage here in the center console, as well as a good place to just rest your arm here. It's a little tough. Not nearly as plush as the new center console armrest I got from my buddy Kylan Brimhall. But it is adequate. I'd say that it's plush enough that on a long distance trip probably would keep your elbow from going nuts. Otherwise, decent shifter here. I like the location of all this stuff. Of course, it has a little storage down here, which actually is pretty darn deep. See that I can fit pretty much my whole hand down in there. Might be trouble if you had something small and you were trying to find it, but I like that. USB ports as well as an auxiliary port. And then, of course, the stop-start button here, which, again, I like. Let's go over here and check out the glove box. Wow, nice deep glove box, but you can see here there is no way I can reach all the way in the back of that glove box from the driver's seat. Not really a problem. It's actually kind of nice that we have such a deep glove box in the car. I like that. They did provide me with a snow scraper. Really happy to have that. I'm gonna go ahead and stow that in the back. Let's go ahead and see if I can't pop the trunk. I think just a button here on the side. It is. So let's go around and turn the car off. Don't want to burn any gas. Let's check out the trunk in this car. Kind of curious. Oh wow, massive. You could fit a ton of suitcases in here if you needed to. Does appear that the back seats will fold down if you want, so you would have a ton of room in this car if you needed to haul a bunch of luggage or stuff, and even more if you put the back seats down. And speaking of the back seats, let's take a quick look in there. The car's talking to me right now. Let's shut that door. And apparently I have to unlock everything with more than just that touch handle, so we'll do that. Go ahead and take a look back here. Looks like plenty of room to me. Let's go ahead and jump in here and see how it feels. Not too bad. Obviously more spacious than the back seat room I have in the Tacoma. Not a ton though. The seat is adjusted for me here, and again I'm about 5'9", so you can see the leg room that you'd have. Decent amount. I mean, I'm not hitting or anything. Not a ton of room down below. My feet are underneath the seat, and that is probably how I would ride. Let's see, and we do have a center console armrest here, or a center armrest, with cup holders, and then some slotted thing, I guess, for French fries or something. I'm not sure, but I'm glad that this is in here. That is pretty nice. Not too bad. Pretty comfy back here. And one more thing I'll mention that I've talked about recently in the Tacoma, it does have the little slots here to put stuff on both back seats. The Tacoma, of course, only has one on the passenger seat. And then, of course, some vents back here for heating and air conditioning. So overall, the appearance of the car, it's adequate, it's okay. It's not the sportiest thing in the world, but it's not the ugliest either. For a rental, I think it'll be quite fine. We'll do another video a little bit later once I actually get to drive the car for maybe a more extended period of time. I'll let you know what I think of it, particularly comparing it to the Tacoma, as that has been my daily driver here recently. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, show you guys my new ride for a couple of weeks. Let me know what you think of this car, especially if you have one. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a good day. Bye.